What's going on, everyone? Today we're going to be talking about Paranormal Activity 3. We're continuing the Paranormal Activity franchise. So now it's a trilogy at this point. Released by Paramount Pictures, October 21st, 2011. Produced by Akiva Goldsmith, written by Christopher Landon, and directed by Henry Joost and Ariel Schulman, they both worked together on like Catfish, the movie, Nerve, Project Power, and did a bit of the movie Viral. So, yeah, it was interesting. It had a budget around $5 million, and it made just over $207 million. So, Paranormal Activity 3 takes place in the 80s. Yeah, we're going even further back. You're hanging out with Kate and her sister as a kid, and you sort of learn um, how like this paranormal stuff, what started and how it got conjured up into their lives and stuff, and basically follow them. Her husband, their dad, I mean, um, buys a camera and sort of like just documents things with them and like their parties and stuff like that. Just making a video diary with like this big old 80s sort of style camera. And he has a film nerdy friend who helps him out. And then they slowly start realizing there's something weird going on in the house. And he invents his own like camera system where he set it on like wrote an oscillating fan and stand, and it records back and forth each areas and stuff. And of course they have like the babysitter comes, looks after the kids while they go out, stuff happens, and then stuff escalates from there. It's your typical haunted house movie, typical paranormal activity movie, just sort of based in the 80s. And yeah, it's pretty amusing. They have some pretty simple gags in this, but they're pretty good. And it was pretty fun for the most part. And I like the sudden twist just like the last 20 minutes. They changed the whole setting up and everything like that. And you really get a feel for why the family's haunted and stuff like that, thanks to the grandparents and stuff. Yeah, and it's really fun. I thought this one, a lot of people like talk down on this one. I thought this one was pretty well crafted. I like how well it was written and how well they progressed it to this point. That's one thing. When I first watched this movie, I thought it was so pointless and stuff, but going back, I was surprised to see I didn't realize how well they incorporated it, where you just go back further and further in the timeline in the third one. And yeah, it was really cool to see the origins of it and some of the creepy things. Now this one does kind of use CG and stuff a little bit more to make it a little unrealistic and stuff, like the enhanced facial features and stuff like that, sort of like what you see in the low budget grave encounters and stuff like that, which is okay. That's more near the end, but once you start seeing that stuff, it kind of takes away from the realism I found, and it kind of dumbs it down a bit. So, and then they become it's more like the ending of Quarantine than an actual like paranormal activity ending, where it's a little more ubiquitous and stuff like that, and you don't really know what's going on. So, yeah, but overall, I thought it was pretty well put together. Definitely has some flaws and stuff like that. Most of the characters are pretty boring, I found, and yeah, I found the dad really entertaining, and the mom I could care less about, and the two girls are they're okay, but and the dad's helper was pretty funny. But overall, it's a decent film. It's definitely not the worst in the series, I think, so far. It's definitely still a solid sequel, being the third one in the franchise. It doesn't fall to me. It doesn't fall under the worst of the films like most third movies in a franchise does. So yeah, overall, I thought this movie was pretty enjoyable, pretty fun. It has some stupid jump scares and stuff like that because they got to pander to the audience, right? And yeah, and these type of films, I'm surprised at how much they actually try to stick with the narrative and stuff. and the characters as best they could, even pandering to the audience at the same time. I was pretty impressed with it. So Paranormal Activity 3 is a fun time. It's still not as good as the first two, but it's still a fun, enjoyable ride. That's why I'm going to give this one 3.5 out of 5. So definitely check it out if you haven't seen it, and if you like the first two, you'll probably like this one too. So yeah, but that's what I thought of Paranormal Activity 3. There's not too much to complain about, so just your typical found footage complaints, basically. So I'm not going to list all those off right now. So yeah, but yeah, it's still fun. There's a trailer link down below if you forgot what this was, or if you haven't seen it, you want to check it out. Check out the trailer down below. Also, my Instagram is always linked down below. Post clips of films we're going to review in the future on my story. I hide the title in a hashtag just for fun, so either if you want to find it or guess it or whatever, just it's there so you can figure out what I'm watching if you want to stay in the loop. Also, I do put the subgenre of film in the video clip as well. So yeah, follow me on Instagram and stay in the loop. Like this video, so share it somewhere people are aware of it and we can remember it. And yeah, make sure you comment down below your opinions of the film if you like it. Your opinion of the film if you've seen it. Did you like it as much as I did? Do you absolutely hate this one? I'd love to hear what your thoughts on it, so make sure you comment them down below. Also, if you have any films you want to hear my opinions on in the future, comment those down below too. I'll try my hardest to get to them as soon as I can. And also, don't forget to subscribe so you hear what I think about the rest of the Paranormal Activity franchise and a whole pile of other random films that I have planned and set up. So, I kind of have a rough idea of what I'm going to be talking about after this, so hopefully it goes smoothly, but we'll see. So yeah, make sure you subscribe, and I guess I'll see you guys with the next review. Cheers.